Arkham with the Arkm token is on a nice rally again, and it's one of those few tokens that have a real solid platform behind them. Now let's have a look at how much longer this rally can last. Let's see who's buying and selling here. Let's have a look at Tokenomics. Let's try to find out whether or not it makes sense to buy Arkham. Now we are currently at $1.97. We are up 10% today, 41% this week, 94% this month, and almost 500% this year. Now this is not the first video about Arkham on this channel. I published one 240 days ago, and the video was an outperformer. A lot of people are still interested in Arkham. We still see occasional YouTube search traffic. Now at the time the price was $1.38. It is higher now. It did outperform Bitcoin. It didn't outperform a lot of other altcoins though. I try to be early on this channel. I publish videos on altcoins regularly, also on Arkham, so feel free to subscribe. Now let's have a look at the on-chain analytics. We've got more than 25,000 holders on the Ethereum chain. And Arkham isn't just your random token with pie in the sky promises. Arkham has a functioning, very nice and useful platform. And so let's have a look at the Arkham token on the Arkham platform. What we see is that recently the open interest or the leverage trading on Arkham is shooting up. In other words, the price is going up, but some of that might be short-term leverage. Now here is what I personally use Arkham most for. Arkham is a nice platform to see how wallets on-chain are related to one another. So I like to find out other influencer wallets. I try to find out wallets of people that tend to move the markets. And sometimes those wallets are transferring back and forth. We in the end get a whole list of wallets of somebody that might move the market. And that's always useful because we can also use those wallets for alerts. But more on this later. So for example, have a look at this. This is Alex Becker. Those are the known wallets by Arkham. There are of course way more wallets than what Arkham knows, but still we can see that the wallets that Arkham tracks, the full balance was once at 4 million and the profit that Alex Becker made was almost 2 million. And so this is what I mean with related wallets. We can see that Alex Becker is using all kinds of centralized exchanges, for example Gate.io or Qcoin or Binance, but we can also see various other transfers, and especially if there are frequent transfers to an unlabeled wallet, this can very often be either his own wallet or a very close associate. Now we've already seen this on the Arkham Explorer. We also see this over here on CoinGecko. There's currently quite a bit of hot air in the price when we look at the perpetual futures market and search for trading volume. $200 million worth of Arkham tokens moved hands on the Binance Futures Exchange. And so also the spot market is pretty much dominated by the centralized exchanges now. On-chain, on Ethereum, we only see around 40 to 80 new wallets per day that hold Arkham. The majority of trading volume happens by returning users. Arkham was launched on-chain, so initially there was a ton of buyers and sellers, thousands of them, but that has now changed. Now it's hovering around 100, again because a lot of trading happens on the centralized exchanges now. Now here's something interesting. When we look at the number of wallets over time, both for retail and for the whales, this tends to go up over time. So on the left side, we see the number of wallets that have at least 500 Arkham tokens. At the current price, that's a bit under $1,000. In the middle, we go at 10x from that, so that's a minimum holding of roughly $10,000. On the right, we've got the whales, a minimum holding of $100,000. Now this is steadily climbing up. Why do we then see how the price can drop from $4 all the way to $1? And when we look at those big whale wallets, why do we see this suddenly jumping from 130 to 370? The answer to both questions is over here. It's the tokenomics. It's the unlocks of Arkham. Unfortunately, Arkham is a highly inflating token. The supply is growing over time. And if demand doesn't outgrow that supply growth, then the price goes down. And so currently we are at 289 million Arkham tokens. And 1 year from now, this will roughly double. And then the question is, will the number of holders also double in that time? Or will it even grow faster than that? In the last year, it definitely grew faster than just 2x. Let's see what the next year holds. Especially, let's have a look at what those whales are doing. And so that then explains why in market cap, we are pretty close to the all-time high, while the price is still 50% away from that. It requires more and more money to flow into Arkham for the price just to stay stable. Now don't get me wrong, I really like the Arkham platform, I really like the functionality, I use it almost every day. The tokenomics of the Arkham token unfortunately aren't that great. It's very bad to hold the token during a bear market. It's acceptable to hold it as crypto expands. So if enough new people jump on the token, if everybody throws money at Arkham, then of course the price can rise. It's very hard though to estimate which force will be stronger, if it will be the demand growth or the supply growth, again because supply grows that fast. Now here's how I use Arkham. In Premium we've got various tutorial videos, and one of those videos is how to find other influencer wallets. So besides the officially tracked wallets by Alex Becker, for example, we've got a lot of other wallets as well that he found through those related wallet feature. There's also a wallet alerting mechanism of Arkham. So you can send yourself alerts to Discord or to Telegram via Arkham whenever any of those influencers buy and sell. Now why is this useful? It's useful because very often influencers buy tokens beforehand, or they get tokens from the team before then advertising it afterwards in YouTube. Now once they advertise it, of course, a lot of new people come into the token, pushing up the price. Now if we buy the token together with the influencer before the video is published, we have potential gains. Now in Premium there's a lot of other tutorials as well. There's hundreds of videos. The link is down below. It's thebitcoinstrader.com. And so we've got dedicated Telegram chats just for wallet research, just to find other wallets, so that we can then plug this into our alerting tool, and that we can then know that Stan Crypto, for example, is currently buying Bobo, or that the Pepecoin based AI team is buying Bowie. I got a message from one of our premium members that bought the Bowie token upon one of those tracking signals, and that's then what subsequently happened. And so of course there are also dedicated chats on individual altcoins. If you want to learn about on-chain analytics, if you want to trade altcoins early, if you want to get a market edge, then feel free to check it out. If you learned something about Arkham, if you got some value out of this, feel free to subscribe. Again, I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. In case you're not that much into crypto research, in case you just want to do some small talk, there's also a free Telegram. Link is as well down below. Looking forward to seeing you there as well. Cheers.